Reasonable clout. Reasonable clout. We don't need a lot, just a decent amount. It's reasonable clout. 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 It's reasonable clout.
Yo, we back up in this thing. Reasonable Clout Podcast. Back at your head top one more time, Mr. Yours truly, Culture Q in the building. Savage still on sick leave, man. Y'all keep him in your prayers, man, so it could bounce back. This episode 18 of the Reasonable Clout Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media at Reasonable Clout Podcast and on X at Clout and Reason. That's Clout IN Reason, and on YouTube at Clout and Reasonable Clout Podcast. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the hype button. Do all of the things, man, to get us in the algorithm. I hope y'all are ready for a good week. Get your Monday started off right, and I'm glad you're starting it with the pod. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all up because, once again, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But, man, so a little bit of backstory. We usually record the podcast on Saturday nights. And, we was trying to see, okay, is Ben Savage gonna be able to, record this week or whatever? So we was kind of in a limbo, and we didn't record last night, which was Saturday night. But I am glad we didn't record Saturday night, because Saturday night was the night that Hova, that boy Hove hit the stage at the Roots Picnic. Now, if we would have been recording, we wouldn't have heard anything about it. We wouldn't have been able to, witness it live, which I was able to do, being that we weren't recording. And first of all, my man popped out with the motherfucking afro, dog. One time for the afro, dog. And I got a theory actually on the transformation with the hair, but I'll get into it in a minute. But before we get into the shots, he took shots at Drake and some other people. Before we get into all of that, man, first of all, Hove really showed that he is still that nigga, man. He really showed that he's that guy, dog. From hit after hit after hit after hit, like, it's undeniable. It was just real dope to see. I am a huge Jay-Z fan, and I always considered him, the pinnacle, if you will. You know what I'm saying? He's like the top of the top. He's at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? And all the other rappers, artists, they're trying to get to that peak that he's at. And when you think he's on his peak, he go to a new height. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was real dope, man. I enjoyed watching. I actually had to, I caught it like at a later into the show last night, but I was able to watch the entire show today, leading up to this recording. And chef's kiss, man. He just showed what's in store for his 3-show weekend coming up. I believe, is it next month? I think it's next month. He's going to be performing in New York at the Yankee Stadium. When is it? So it's gonna be, I just don't want to get the dates wrong. That's why I'm looking it up. Oh, it's gonna be in July. Okay, July 10th, 11th, and 12th. It looked like it's still tickets available as well. Um, but yeah, so he gave us really a little sample of what we could expect coming up on his show in New York, which is going to be incredible. He's going to be doing the Reasonable Doubt album on Friday night. Then he'll be doing the Blueprint on Saturday. And then he'll be doing what's called the Extra Endings on Sunday. Now, what I will say about speculations around that show is, after, well, you already figured, well, maybe not you, but a lot of people already figured that he would be sending shots at folks in a freestyle form on one of those shows during that weekend, during the Reasonable Doubt 20-year anniversary, I believe. No, 25-year. I forget what. Anyway, during that show. So people already figure, oh yeah, Jay gonna be, you know, shooting at folks in a freestyle. Then even further into that theory, after Drake dropped his album a couple weeks ago and was sending shots throughout the whole album at Jay-Z. I think he sent a few shots at Jay-Z in that album. And so people like, oh yeah, just wait till his show. Just wait till his show. Jay-Z gonna respond. You know, he real slick. Jay-Z the type of nigga that he'll wait. He'll wait like 2-3 years after you probably said something about him, and he'll return with shots at you. You know what I'm saying? On maybe a verse or a freestyle during the show. But he's gonna send shots back at you. And man, did he not waste no time, man. He said, fuck that show. I'm about to do it at the Roots Picnic. And he performed at the Roots Picnic last night, and he did exactly that. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through some of the shots, you know what I'm saying? Because it was quite a few. He didn't just shoot at Drake, he shot at a few people, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to it. You feel me? But before we get into it, I want to say, man, this has really reignited the excitement. And it's so crazy that he was the one, what, a couple months ago, saying that how he felt about battle rap and how there's no place for it anymore, that it's just got too dirty and too disgusting. You know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing, of course, but yeah, he just made it seem like it was just such a awful thing for people to be doing uh in these times, you know what I'm saying, after what happened with between the Kendrick and the Drake battle. So he really felt like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? So for him to after that come with this, which I don't think it was too many things that was like really below the belt, if any. It was kind of surprising to see that he is very well still ready to come at people. But let's get into the freestyle. I did get the lyrics off of Rap Genius, and they do break it down. So for some of the punchlines I may have missed or I didn't know, I wasn't aware of, I was able to get hip to it via Rap Genius. And the first shot was actually at Bugsby. He shot at Tony Bugsby. The 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came, but 911 is a joke. That was his shot at him. But basically, Bugsby was the one that got the young lady, or not got her, but represented her, saying that Jay-Z and I believe Diddy scraped her as an underage at some after party. I forget the event. It was some award show or something. But it come out that all of that shit was false and it was all made up, and now he's actually countersuing um them for that. Um and then he shoots at Tory Lanez and his dad with the lyric, "The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something that having to drink." So, and he also said, "You know how dumb that is." Another one fumbled his wonderful "How I get the blame." So basically, he's more so coming at Tory Lane's dad because where is it? Tory Lane's dad was saying how Rock Nation is gonna crumble pretty much at the hands of this case. But I'm not seeing that part. Perker part. I'm never gonna get. Yeah, I don't know. It was there earlier, but basically, Tory Lane's father was coming out like, "Yeah, the Rock is gonna be crumbling." He like, "Nah, the Rock ain't crumbling. You leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much to drink. Do you know how dumb that is?" Another one fumbled his. Wonder how I get the blame. So boom, he's at the Lanes' neck too. You dig? So from there, what we got? Then my man go at Dame. You know Dame had to get it. Dame was one of the loudest niggas talking about Hove. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' teeth is tumbling out of their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. There's a murder mystery game. We probably not all know, but Dane was doing a live and his teeth just fell out of his mouth, you know. And a lot of niggas would point to Jay like, "Damn, why ain't you looking out for your man? Like, why you got him out here? I know y'all let odds, but damn, y'all was the Rock. Y'all was on top of the world. Y'all had everything moving. Like, you can't let Dame go out sad like this. You know what I'm saying? So where you at?" That's why he like, "How do I get the blame?" You know what I'm saying? You dig? Let's keep going, man. And he was like, you had the cash cow and thunk it. You knew you had the J, and you if you had J, okay, not okay, so make another hove. You dig what I'm saying? Um, who thunk it? You what you will pump test. I don't know what that means. But anyway, let's go. Who he shooting next? I wanna stop paying. It went into a fire fucking Lauren Hill bar. Uh let's see. I just want to focus on who he shot at. Okay, so he shot at Ye as well. It say you heard of a wonder kind. Apparently wonder kind translate into wonder child. And he was like, you ever heard of a wonder kind? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? What he's basically saying is how when Kanye he went on that rant, I believe it was like a Twitter rant or whatever, and he was calling Jay-Z's son, you know what I'm saying? One of the words we probably can't even say on YouTube, but he was just I don't know, just claiming that Jay-Z's son probably ain't all the way there or whatever, man. Respectfully, you dig what I'm saying? So Jay-Z just basically coming back with like, yo, nigga, my kids are good. Like they're they're child prodigies. You dig what I'm saying? They good, bro. I don't know what you on. Like I don't know what's up with your kids, but my kids good. You know what I'm saying? And he said my children. So he's like all my kids. All my kids. So they good. You know what I mean? And he's like, y'all trying to get under skin. He said, I really get under skin. That's how I'm playing. And if anybody know Jay-Z's story back in the day, he stabbed um damn, I forget Un's whole name, but I guess he was bootlegging his album. He was selling it like 3 months before the release of it. I forget what album. Uh, I forget what album, but he basically ran into him in a club and ended up stabbing him. Man, this the poetic part of it. He whispered to the nigga, you break my heart. You break my heart. And stabbed the nigga twice or whatever. And then ended up turning himself into the police. But let's see what else. Your thumbs with your thumbs again. Everybody think that. Everybody think that the one is saying you're no manic. Watch how sane he act in my presence. Nigga shrink, which was a crazy fucking bar. The whole therapy. Then he followed up with I need a new therapist. That was a crazy bar. But people think he was then again talking about Kanye, he says how I don't want to get into the mental health part of it, but let's see what else he got. Oh, he sent a little shot at damn, what's my man from State Property? Oskino? I believe it's Oskino. He said, that nut ass nigga still stuttering because Oskino stutters. And he said that chatty patty down on his luck again, I guess claiming that the nigga don't, he doing whatever to get it because he ain't got it. You dig what I'm saying? Then he said, Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. Questlove, the drummer, Jaguar Wright, that's been saying all this crazy shit about Jay-Z. Crazy shit, dog. Crazy shit. And he like, it's fuck Jaguar so much that shit. It should be fuck Questlove. You dig what I'm saying? That was crazy. Man, we're at 20. Hopefully we ain't on this Jay-Z shit too long, but I do want to go through these shots. Oh, then he get into the Nicki Minaj. Now, if there's anybody that don't know, Nicki Minaj has really been shooting at Jay-Z crazy. Like all kind of shit. Jay-Z, Rock Nation. I forget the other young lady. I should have been more prepared, but she been going at Jay-Z crazy. You dig what I'm saying? So he had shots for her too. He's like that lady back on that stuff. She sound like she in love with him. Now me, I take that as she sound like she's still in love. She sound like she's in. Hold on. It says back on that stuff. She sound like she's in love with him. She sounds like she's in love with Trump. That's how I took it. The way she been moving, I feel like she sound like she's in love with Trump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? You know? And he follows with her kin can't even, and he can start to kind of stutter, take they kids. He's stuttering. He said, enough with him. Now, what people took from that is kin, which is it's a double entendre. Don't even ask me how. But Ken is my husband name is Ken Petty. You dig what I'm saying? And he has some crazy cases dealing with the youth, if you can catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? And then you could double play on Ken, Kin, and her brother. He's locked behind bars right now doing some crazy shit. So it's like they can't even, what he's basically saying is they can't even take him to school. They can't even take him to the park. These niggas is on the list. They're on the offender list. So they can't even, you know what I'm saying? He kind of slickly, like, niggas thought he was fumbling with his words, but it was a play. You dig what I'm saying? So he kind of like, y'all can't hey, that nigga gonna have to have supervision to be around his kid. That's crazy, bruh. That was crazy. He said, a rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans, which is another, Nicki been aligning with MAGA. So fuck you. I'm on to your big homie. Fuck you. I'm on to your big homie. Cause y'all, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. He has some fire lines, but we got to keep it going. Okay, here we go. Here we go. He was like, I ran for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. My wrist get flooded again. My network went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm 10 up. I'm guessing 10 billion. The nigga 10 billion up. He's like, wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Like you looking at he's talking to Drake, by the way. He's talking to Drake now. You looking at these fucking Billboard charts. Fuck them Billboard charts. That's what he basically saying. Fuck the Billboard charts, dog. You on the wrong list, nigga. I'm about to be up 10. No, he said I'm up 10. So he probably already up there. He said, wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. Well, I already know. We already know Drake came at him like the jig is up. First of all, he said the jig is up. And then on I believe a different track, he was like, I would take the basically he'll take the money, fuck a dinner with Jay. It's nothing I could learn from him. Which I don't know. I think it's still shit you can learn from him because that nigga is up. You did what I'm saying? And then he started talking crazy to this nigga. He said, them crackers got you publishing. Gangster. Go talk tough to them. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. Another one. You talking so tough, nigga. Go talk tough to them motherfuckers that got your shit. Don't take them to court, nigga. Go talk tough to them, man. He said, don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers in perpetuities, how your contract is worded. That's pretty much the end, but come on, man. Sprinkle a little silence on that, dog. In perpetuity. Insert Andre 3000 forever. In perpetuity. He said, in perpetuities, how your contracts is worded. This nigga talk different, dog. This nigga just let off cannons at so many people, man, and that's what I love. But let me get back to my theory, and maybe I need to put the tinfoil hat on. So we see he rocking the he rocking the fro. He might pop out with some braids. I don't know. I don't know. He might just rock the fro for a while, but what I do know from years of being a Jay-Z fan, when Jay-Z is in album mode, he grows his hair out. And when the album is done, he cut his hair off. So that would lead me to think, since my man cut the wicks off, there's probably an album done. And I'm saying this before I even heard anybody say, and I'm clipping this up because I need this time stamped. I think my man about to drop an album, bruh. I think Hov about to drop an album, bruh. I think he about to drop a fucking album, dog. Now, is this the final form? I don't know. Maybe he got a little more to go on the album, and then he'll go down to the short Caesar like he used to rock back in the day. Because when he did his interview with, I believe, Gayle King, when he was doing the museum up in New York, he said he's definitely going to end up going back to the low cut Caesar. So I guess that would be his final form. But as of right now, this is a haircut. So the haircut makes me believe the album is done, dog. It makes me believe that an album is done, dog. So hopefully in July when he pop out on stage, he dropping another fucking album, dog. You heard? I hope that's the case, man. I am clipping that up because niggas got to know I said that first. You heard it here first. So if that nigga drop, you heard it here first, man. But let's keep it. Shout out Hov, man. Legendary fucking performance. I love how he brought out a few people. He brought out Jasmine Sullivan. Brought out Beanie Siegel. Freeway, Chris and Eve. He brought out Memphis Bleak, and he brought out Meek Mill to perform Dreams and Nightmares, the intro rather. So that was dope, man. Salute Hov, man. He showed his levels, dog. He showed his levels, man. But I guess let's get right into it. It's only right that we go from there to the top 50 New York rappers. Complex. They dropped a new list, and I'm about to witness it in real time. You know what I'm saying? This is how I like doing shit. I haven't seen the list. I heard there's a lot of uproar over the list. Some people that's been left out. We're gonna run through the list, man. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can, man. Let's see. Why I got it like that? I don't like it like that. Let me see if I could do this with me. Okay. Let's see who the 50 best New York rappers are. Let's go. We're going to try to go fast. 50, French Montana. All right. We got 49. We got A Boogie with the hoodie. 48, we got Lloyd Banks. 47, we got Biz Marquis. Okay. 46, we got Styles P. That's kind of I don't know if that's crazy or not. 45, we got Jim Jones. Why is Jim Jones above Styles P? Then we got Grand Pumbaa at 44. I gotta be honest. I'm not familiar. At 43, we got Fabulous. All right. At 42, we got Pasduis. I'm fucking that shit all up. I don't know who the fuck that is. Who is that? Pardon me, King. At 41, we got Melly Mel. At 40, we got ASAP Rocky. At 39, we got Kool Mo D. All right. At 38, we got Nori. At 37, we got MC Light. At 36, we got Ja Rule. It's the Rule, baby. At 35, we got Kool Keith. I never heard of Kool Keith. And for him to be at 35, I feel like I should know who the fuck that is. At 34, we got Old Dirty Bastard. That's the Woo. At 33, we got Foxy Brown. Okay. I always fuck with Foxy. At 32, we got Jizza. I'm about to say GCA. I'm about to say GCA, man. We got Jizza. At 31, we got Fat Joe. Joey Crack. At 30, we have Cool G Rap. All right. At 29, we got Big L. That's crazy, but he is heralded pretty high in New York. At 28, we got Mace. Mace had a run. I talked about that shit. Mace had a fucking run, dog. At 27, Pop Smoke. Hold on, dog. Hold on. See, this is the first full stop. First of all, R.I.P. Pop Smoke. First of all, R.I.P. Pop Smoke. They got my man at 27. After all those names we just said, they got my. Hold on, dog. Oh no, we're gonna keep it. RP RP Pop Smoke. At 26, we got Raekwon. At 25, we got Cardi B. That's a little surprising. I would have thought she'd be lower on the list, no, or higher on the list rather. 24, we got Q-Tip. At 23, we got Run from Run DMC out of Queens. At 22, we got Chuck D. At 21, we got Method Man. At 20, we got Slick Rick, which he was actually originally born overseas, so, but I guess they're claiming him. At 19, we got Big Daddy Kane. Major proud to be dark skinned. See a nigga like me. Yo, this was one of the idols, man. Between him, Michael Jordan, like these niggas that made dark skinned niggas feel seen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Daddy Kane coming in at 19. At 18, we got that's what we call him, Yasin Bey. Come on, man. Come on, man. We know this nigga is Most Def. Come on, dog. Most Def. At 18. At 17, we got Cameron. Yes, sir. Oh. Yes, sir. At 16, we got Jadakiss. Okay. I would have thought he would have been lower on the list. Closer to number one. Probably in like the top 10. I would have thought he would have been. At 15, we got Big Pun. Okay. RP. At 14, we got MF Doom. At 13, we got Ghostface Killer. At 12, we got Lil Kim. Okay. I would have probably had her. Well, who am I? I ain't got no dog in this race, so let me keep my comments to myself. At 11, we got Prodigy. RP. At 10, we have KRS-One. Why do I feel like I already said? Oh, maybe that. I ain't gonna say that because that is crazy to get them two mixed up. At 9, we got Busta Rhymes. This is an interesting one. Busta Rhymes. At 9. Okay. Shout out Busta Rhymes. At 8, we got DMX. RIP to the Don. DMX, dog. RIP, man. That was like my dad's favorite rapper, actually. He used to rap that word for word. At 7, we got Nicki Minaj, which is deserved, but I don't know what she on these days. At 6, we got 50 Cent. So we got to be talking more than like lyricism. And then my man was be talking all that shit about Diddy, but he got the Shine John on. That's crazy. At 5, we got LL Cool J, one of the pioneers, deservingly so. At 4, we got Rakim, the God. All right. Oh, so boom, we're at 4. So I could pretty much do the rest of this list. At 3, we're probably gonna have Nas. At 2, we're gonna have Big, and at 1, we're gonna have Jay-Z. And I guarantee I never seen this list before. On God. At 3, we got Nas. What I say? At 2, we got Big. What I say? And at 1, we got Jay-Z. Who's number 1? Jay-Z, Biggie, or Nas? You feel me? Come on, dog. And it's crazy because going right into that is crazy because you know, coming off of that Roots Picnic topic, man. Jay deservedly is at number 1. You know what I'm saying? So that's fire, man. We ain't gonna keep it long, man. Since we still on rap, let's keep it in rap. This is a question that's been bubbling for the past week. Is Joe Budden Janice? Is Joe Budden Janice? Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna find out real quick what y'all think. We're gonna find out what y'all think. Joe Budden, Janice. Let's see. First of all, let me make sure y'all can see this shit. Oh, I gotta add you to the stage. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Damn, I'm looking for. Here we go. Here we go.
What's your white woman name? They gave me mine. It's Janice. I'ma tell you.
Yo, you niggas is
shut
crazy.
the fuck up. What's your white woman name? They gave me mine. It's Janice. The record is Shut the Fuck Up, Janice, and maybe I'm Janice, but he's dissing. At least when I listened to it, I thought he was dissing everybody else in the world. I didn't really hear a Joe Budden diss. I'm Janice even if I ain't Janice. Now, see some out there mad I'm Janice. It ain't you. It ain't Joe. Hey, it is if it ain't. Since I'm Janice, this remind me of when the Migos dissed me in that number one song, and everywhere I went for the whole summer they were playing it. Now, some people on the internet were saying that if you take off the baby and put Joseph, then this applies. Maybe it's just titled after me and I'm Janice, and I do gotta shut the fuck up. The record.
So, damn, I was in the way, but. So people are saying Joe Budden is Janice. He had the clip from way back. You heard it when he's saying, what's your white woman name? He said, they already told me it's Janice. And he actually broke it down. He was saying that the topic during that discussion was, if you were a Karen, what would your name be? Because a lot of Karen shit was going on at the time. And he was like, my name would be Janice. So a lot of people are running with that, you know, Drake was being petty, you know, kind of reference Janice shut the fuck up from that. Now, is I guess proven by now that the actual clip of Janice shut the fuck up was from The Sopranos. You know, Janice was Tony Soprano's sister. And it was a scene where I don't even know if it was Tony, but it was someone saying, Janice, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But they just was showing the how ironic it was that Joe Budden had a scene where he was like, my name would be Janice. And then later when Ish was trying to talk, he said, shut the fuck up. Then you get the Janice, shut the fuck up. You dig what I'm saying? So, and it also was saying at the beginning, what was the lyrics at the beginning of Janice, shut the fuck up. Let's see. Janice. It was Emiliana. It's been so long since you text me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy. You say what my work means to me. Hold on. You say what my work means to me will one day you be the death. No, hold on. It was something else. It was something else he said. Oh, it was verse 1. Buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big off my name. That's big enough. We we know you. We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The Jig Is Up. Okay, so the Jig Is Up. Obviously, that's Jay-Z, but the if I call you shorty, she picking up. That could be Joe Budden. Um, you boys got big off me. That's big enough. Every time, uh, every time Drake drops a new album or he dropped a diss record or whatever, Joe Budden will pretty much get light because of his reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where he even would put his podcast behind a paywall, which means it's like pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to see it. So he like, hey, you boys got big off my name. That's big enough. He like, all right, that's enough. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think a few of these lyrics at the beginning of this song could actually be towards Joe Budden. But I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that's it. That's that on that, man. That's that on that. Is Joe B is Joe B is Joe Budden Janice possibly, man, possibly. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling to my man Deen the Great. For those that don't know Dean, he's a streamer. He's a former. I don't think he's boxing right now. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not the biggest on boxing. That's more so Savvy's lane. But he's been streaming lately with uh Adrian Broner. They actually been like a two-man stream partnership. And I was looking at it away because I'm like, man, he using this man to, like, basically uh get clout off his name, basically. You know what I mean? We all know the state that AB's in, and that he need help, and I've just felt like, why this man doing them? But then I did see things like he's actually giving Adrian Broner a opportunity to actually make more money, or make money like he did when he was boxing. Maybe it's not to that point, but he's definitely making some bread off of streaming, so that's commendable. But a lot of their streams and things going on in their streams are quite controversy. Um, so I don't know how good that is. It's a lot of controversy and things with women, AB coming off his unk, being weird around the women, and apparently Deen the Great is being weird around the women as well, because he just was picked up for, it was either robbery or attempted robbery. I'm getting mixed reports on this. And immediately I'm like, why is he robbing somebody? Like, I'm looking at the streams and everything. It seems like things are going good, especially financially for them. I'm sure they're making some bread off of streaming. Why is he robbing somebody? But comes out that actually what he did was, it was a young lady that I guess he was just trying to lock in with, and Adrian Broner was having a conversation with her or whatever, and Deen the Great obviously um uh got jealous, if you will. But it was crazy because after he was like, yo, you got to get up out of here. He kicking the chick out or whatever. He like, you got to get up out of here. While she's sitting there talking to Adrian. And if you look at the conversation, it really wasn't flagrant. Like, Adrian was trying to come on to her or whatever, but she was denying him. She was shutting him down. She was like, nah, you tripping. You about to get me in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm locked in. He was like, oh, y'all in a relationship? She's like, no. He was like, so what the fuck? He calling her a dumb bitch and all this shit. And so I guess Deen peeped it, came in, kicked her out or whatever. And then, Adrian started like, yeah, I had to test the dog, you know what I'm saying? And they dapping up, and so he ain't even mad with AB. So I guess later it comes out that he tried to take her phone from her, and I guess anything that's worth over $1,000 is like a felony robbery charge, which was news to me. But yeah, so I guess most of the altercation was on camera. So yeah, they picked him up on robbery. I mean, I don't know how far to go. I can't even say hopefully it won't go far because I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight. So hopefully these guys, man, because he really was on some, if you watch some of the streams with these women, he's really on some egotistical shit. And it's like, my man, calm down. Like, act like you've been here before, bruh. Like, come on, dog. So, I don't know. That shit was crazy, man. I just felt like that was something I did want to touch on. Pause. Let me go ahead and it's been a minute.
Yo, what the fuck?
But let's get into the next topic. Where we want to go? Let's go here. My man Kevin Hart, man, he's still going through it with this whole roast debacle, man. A lot of people did not like the roast and what happened with the roast. People do not fucking like it, man. They did not like the racism that came from it. They just thought it was too much. They thought he was just too cool and too giddy, and they just expected a different reaction from Kevin Hart during this whole roast. As for me, I understand what a roast is, man. I know a lot of people don't get it, but I understand what a roast is, bro. They're going to say some super offensive shit. They're not just going to keep it on black people. They're going to keep it on. Sometimes I do feel like they rest on that black shit a little too much. It's like it get a little, but it can be cringy a lot at a lot of moments throughout the roast. But I don't know. It's a roast. Like, if you don't fuck with roast, don't watch it. As soon as you felt offended, turn it off. I'm pretty sure you were offended before you got to the George Floyd joke. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not saying the George Floyd joke was cool. I absolutely think that dude could have kept that out of his set. I don't even know why he went there. He could have said, it was so many other racist jokes that wasn't that bad to the point of that George Floyd joke. But what I'm just saying is, how about we just don't fucking watch it if we're being offended? If it's too much for you, if you're watching a horror film and it just is a bit too scary for you, I'm pretty sure you're going to turn the movie off. If it's a movie that have too much sexuality, too much sexual content in it, too many titties, too much fucking, too much shit, you're going to turn it off. So why is there any difference with this? If it's too much for you, turn the shit off. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's fast forward to this Kevin Hart, which he did an interview on the Breakfast Club recently, this past week, and he was just speaking on the roast, and one of the points in the roast that people wanted to talk to him about was the Tony Hinchcliffe set where he did the George Floyd joke, and he's basically saying like, hey, a lot of what I just was saying, how roasted they do, and he was like, what do you expect me to do when he did that joke? What this is a full live event. What was I supposed to do? Shut down the whole thing? Or what could I do in that moment to satisfy the black community? And I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say that exactly, but that's basically the gist. What I would say to Kevin, what you could have done, the same way when there's jokes about your wife or your kids or your dad or your family, your mom, the way you just was in like, hey, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Why didn't you do that for that? You could have did that same reaction you could have had for that joke. But no, the reaction you had for that joke was laughter. You could have did the whole theatrical, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck, man? You could, too far, man. Too fucking far. You could have done that. And I think that would have made the people a little more easy on the situation than you just yucking it up about, the horrific thing that happened to George Floyd, bro. That's my only critique, bro. You could have done that. You could have made it like, yo, what the fuck, Tony? Like, that is crazy. What the fuck? And it would have been, I think it would have been a little bit cooler. I think and I hate even saying backlash, but I think the problem with people with that joke probably wouldn't have been as bad. You know what I mean? But shout out Kevin Hart. I don't think that's gonna put any, he's gonna keep rolling. I think he's recording Jumanji right now, Jumanji 3 or whatever the fuck. So his career keep moving. Let's keep it in Philly though. We have 3 men exonerated of a murder charge in Philly. The problem is this murder, it could have been a murder, but air quotes, this murder was done in 1997. We are in 2026. We're talking almost 30 fucking years, bro, that these men were behind bars for a crime that they didn't commit. Now, let's put a pin in that real quick. And this is why I understand why a lot of people, and I could possibly be on the same side of the fence, why a lot of people have a problem with the death penalty. Because what if these 3 brothers were put to death over this sentencing or over this murder? And then it comes out when we get more technology and, we actually put a microscope on some of the details of this investigation, and we find out that there were a lot of mistakes done along the way that convicted these brothers. they would be gone right now. You dig what I'm saying? So I kind of get why people feel like we shouldn't have the death penalty, because y'all wrongly accuse and wrongly convict and wrongly sentence a lot of innocent people. You dig what I'm saying? So back to the case. So I guess a guy was unalived or whatever back in 97, and there was an eyewitness, I believe, that said these three gentlemen did it. And they had no evidence. They only went off this eyewitness, which is a problem in itself. But so it seems like they kind of constructed the evidence around this case to convict these men. So they said that the person was deceased on this day. Comes out that the person wasn't deceased until 24 hours later. So the person didn't even die at the time they said, that put these gentlemen in that place and time to have done this murder. I don't know if the person was murdered, is all I'm saying. Maybe they were, but it definitely wasn't by these dudes. But yeah, it was just a mess, dude. It was just a mess, how they convicted these guys. And I'm sure they're thankful. I know I have a gripe with the whole situation, and these guys lost almost 30 years. Call it 30, dog. We're close enough to 27. They lost 30 years of their fucking life for something they didn't do. This is the movie life right in front of our fucking face, dog. Like, it is crazy, man. But it seemed like they're happy, they're out. Hopefully they came home to family members and loved ones, and they could he's back in the to the free world, man. Salute to these brothers. I wish I had their name. I'm very unprepared, but salute to these guys. But I hate for this to be the next topic after that topic. But we had Charleston White. He was on Big Bank's Perspective podcast. And this man really said out of his mouth that the question was, how did he word it? Oh, if God came back and said, what could I do to, I guess, help black people, what should it be? Charleston White said out of his mouth that he should put us back in slavery. God should put us back in slavery, is what he said. And that would help us. And his reasoning was because when we came out of slavery, we was making our Black Wall Street movements. We were loving to each other. We were so positive. We were just a loving community. You dig what I'm saying? And he's saying we need a reset so we could get back to that. This is my problem with that. Do we need a reset? Absolutely. We most definitely need a reset. But why would we have to go through slavery for that reset? And then Bank asked him, oh, how long we need to be in slavery this time? He said another 400 years. He said another fucking 400 years we need to be in slavery, bro. Like, and then it's hard to tell because I say some of what Charleston White says, I, I, I'm I'm tempted not to even say some of the shit that he says. I'm actually in agreement with. None of the crazy off the wall shit, but a lot of the shit I am in agreement with. But this, bro, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, we need to be put back. Okay, boom. Let me go back to some more of the shit he was saying. He also was asked who should enslave us. He said, of course, the white people, they did it the best. And he just was saying how we're killing each other, this and that and this, and this is why we need to reset. But what he failed to touch on is, what about the white people's part in that? What did they do in that besides enslave us? And, what did they do in that? Let's go post-slavery. What did they do in that? Did they create Jim Crow? Did they create what it was? The 13th Amendment, if I'm not mistaken, the 13th Amendment, which allowed them to put us in prison at a rapid rate to recreate slavery. That's all they did. They recreated slavery through prison. If you go down to a lot of those prisons in the South, and maybe elsewhere, but I know definitely in the South, these motherfuckers they're slaves, bro. They're doing work like slaves, sharecropping. There's even prisoners picking cotton. I bullshit you not. There's even prisoners picking cotton. So it was just a recreation of slavery. And then we could go further to their involvement with getting a black male out of the household. This is all by design, to their hand in the music industry, because he brought up rap a lot. Oh, we need to take rap out, They are in control in what's hot in the rap. Well, to an extent, because if something blow up in the street, they have no choice but to gravitate to it. But if we look back to when rap started, it was a lot of positive rap. A lot of Black Panther fight the power rap. You know what I mean? And it was popular. I remember, I'm aging myself, but I remember watching videos and listening to the radio when they had Public Enemy. They had a lot of these groups that were really pumping positivity. You dig what I'm saying? So it was a point where it turned, and some will argue NWA, when they hit the scene, when although a lot of the whites were against it and fighting against it, I think at some point they probably looked at it as, hold on, we could do something with this. The same thing they did with crack cocaine, you know what I mean? They put it in the hood, got us addicted on it, and then they outlawed it to where those that's caught with it or distributing it they get a bigger punishment or a worse punishment than someone with powder cocaine, which was the white man's drug. So we have to, when we trying to look at what's wrong with the black community, we also have to look at the white hand in it. It wasn't just all us. Like he brought up, when we got out of slavery, it was the Black Wall Streets and the loving, and that's what we were doing. Even soul food, we had to make the scraps and we made it good. Even when we go to watermelon, they wasn't fucking with watermelon, but as soon as we got it, it was easy to grow. We started cropping with the watermelon, started selling it, making it huge. What they do, they come and make us look like some country bumpkins, and they tried to make it look like some nigga shit just eating watermelon. They tried to, devalue watermelon, which was partially successful. You know what I'm saying? But still to this day, you see niggas selling watermelons off that truck on the side of the highway. Those are the watermelons to get. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to these grocery stores. You're going to get some bullshit fucking watermelon. But anyway, I digress. We were doing a lot of positive things and they made it negative. You know what I'm saying? Even gangs, that came from the Black Panthers. That was positive at the beginning and it turned negative. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand how these motherfuckers play. They are playing 4D chess at all times, bro. While we're playing checkers, them motherfuckers are playing 4D chess at all time. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going off on a rant, but what I can assure Charleston White is no, we don't have to go to slavery. How about this? If we're going to get a reset, how about this? How about we go to when we were freed from slavery? Or better yet, because when we're free, there was still some people under it. So let's go to Juneteenth of whatever year that was. Let's go to that date. Let's reset there. And then while we're going back in time, let's let these motherfuckers know the tricks that these white folks and the higher ups and the power that be are playing, so we don't fall for those tricks. How about we do that? You know what I'm saying? For a reset instead of going back to fucking slavery, my nigga. Like, cut it the fuck out, man. But anyway, man. Oh shit, this is the last fucking topic. Should I say? I'm gonna say that. We gonna leave on that note. Cause anyway, I guess Brorilla got a new look, man. I don't know how I say this for the last fucking topic. Brorilla got a new look, man. Listen, Brorilla. Or Scarface. I believe that's what she called herself, man. I don't know. Brorilla got a new look, man. She got the long hair, the extensions and all this, and she got her new teeth and everything. And I know I'm late to the party, but I'm just actually seeing this. I think people teased it like weeks ago, but I just didn't see this, and it's like I never seen this turn. This was somebody that was very much so a stud, and that could get into a whole nother topic. Our studs, anyway. But so she got this whole look, and it seems like she is in a battle with her sister Glorilla, man. It seems like, Glorilla, because we seen Glorilla glow up. No pun intended. We seen the glow up. We know how she looked when she came in, and we know how she look now. And there was a glow up. So I'm guessing her sister trying to take the same route. I guess she out here on the streets now. I don't know if she still is exclusively with women or now she's opening the door for men to come through, but shorty trying to, she's trying to up her status. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know. Shout out to Brorilla, man. I hate that this is the topic we ended the show on, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man. That's episode 16, man. Another week. We done got to it, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Again, I hope next week, I believe my man got the flu and it's getting the best of him. And we want to just make sure he good, man. Press his way. Press to Ben Savvy, that he get well soon. Ain't nothing else going on. I ain't trying to make it morbid or anything. Hopefully my man get back on track and get back on track. That sounds crazy. But yeah, man. Another episode, another week in the books. Make sure you follow us on all social media, Reasonable Clout Podcast, and on X at Clout and Reason. That's Clout IN Reason, and on YouTube at Reasonable Clout Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hold on, like right now, please. That sounds crazy. I don't want to beg you, but please hit that like button right now. It don't take nothing from you. Just hit the like button right now. Hit it. Hit that motherfucker. Then hit that subscribe. Then hit that share. Send it to one of your bestest of friends. Then hit that motherfucking hype button. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now, man. Show love, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Until next week, we out.